Hello and welcome back to Rollercoast Tycoon 2.
I had such a good time yesterday with that episode. I thought we'd come through and I'll play another level.
So it's Factory Capers this time. It's another one of the beginner levels. So we had a go at Electric Fields yesterday. First time I played the game in probably the best part of 10 years. So it was nice to come back and see that I actually remembered quite a lot of how the game worked. I suppose there's not much to forget. So anyway, in that last episode we had the target of 700 guests by the end of year 2, and we smashed it. We had over 1200, so 1100 should be easy by the end of year 3. That said, I'm going to try and make this a bit harder for myself. My target is to double this. I want to have at least 2,200 guests in the park. Maybe that's been not very ambitious enough. Okay, I would be happy with 2,200, but I'm really targeting 2,500. Okay. Now what I did last time was I got rid of all the useless sort of bits of footpath, like all this out here and scenery. But seeing as that's the only thing that makes my park interesting, now it's all going. I don't like building it. So my first thing, I'm going to be back in a moment, and all this footpath will be cut back down to about here. Okay, so there we have how I'm going to be starting the park.
Anyway, while that's all starting on there, let's do a quick playthrough. Time lapse this as we get started. So obviously I want to put in the information kiosk at the start, and then we'll go for a wooden roller coaster. Because after all, I think they are my favourite roller coaster type. So, a little bit of trial and error as usual. We'll start it off. And we'll just go for a few little dips here, there and everywhere. I think that will look quite cool. Happy with how that's all going. We'll have to readjust those paths in a moment. There we go, that will look quite nice. It's quite nice having a nice walk around that sort of crest at the bottom. Dip. Crest at the top. What a muppet sometimes. But yeah, the old trial and error at the moment. Just getting it all to fit together nicely. I do like wooden rides, like when you sort of get them cutting through the supports and stuff. I think it just looks really cool and really jazzy. Anyway, I will be back when this ride is done. Okay, let's see how this ride goes. Okay, so that ride seems to be working. While that was racing and while that was running and I was recording, we were having a look at how we were trying to get the footpath connected up. It's a bit tricky trying to get this one to come in. But I think that works quite nicely like that. I mean, I think unfortunately that bit of track curving down there does stop you putting anything going through. It would make things nice and exciting to have that. Anyway, we probably need a gentler ride for those who aren't super into their scary roller coasters. So let's pop this in here. Have a nice Ferris wheel. Yep. There we go. I'm just going to put some little supports down underneath the those supports here where that footpath goes through. Because that'll make it look like the track isn't just floating above the footpath. Lovely, I think that's all looking good. Let's make it look pretty with some flowers. Got to keep that park rating up, that'll help get people in there. I did try and give myself an ambitious target. I have 2,500 guests by the end of year 3. And I think having all these nice bits, it's just satisfying to have it all look nicely finished and completed like this. I'm quite pleased with how that wooden ride comes together. Bit of advertising, we'll get a few people in. Probably need to put in some shops and stores so we can start putting more advertising in that way. Yep, there we go. You put a okay, lovely. So there's a few shops and stores in this area. And then it's going to be motorzones. So we'll do the burger bar, just pop up that price. So a drink store, well, a cash machine if we're going to be charging lots of people to get in. Very soon, everyone will be paying all the money coming in. So having that will allow them to spend more money once they're in the park. All very useful. As I need to maximise my revenue income. And I think with that, it's time to start a new area. So let's get started over here, I think. So the new area is not really much of a new area, it's just slightly off to one side, slightly adjacent sort of area. But we'll put in a junior steel ride. I tend to always start off with wooden and junior steel rides. I don't really know why, I just kind of do feel like they always start off nicely. But I think looking at their size, they sort of... So the wooden one's like a nice cheap sort of cheapish sort of effective beginner one, and these small rides, they just look like what you'd have when you were starting your park off, like nothing too serious, not like the most developed, not the most complex ride. Like when you get like the vertical drafts or the inverted and stuff, like they start looking like they would take more sort of what am I thinking? I'm thinking of words that, well, I'll say I'm meant to be thinking of words, but my brain's not thinking of them very clearly. But I think, yeah, these rides, they look quite nice. They're quite sort of subtle, good, fun ones. We'll do a nice small one here and then see how it goes. So we'll get a quick bit of advertising on the go, and then we'll give this ride a quick test. Let's see how it goes. Oh, go on, why didn't I put on train 1? Oh, there we go. Nope, just a change of angle. It's climbing the hill. Go on, put it to train 1. We want to see what's going on. Or am I just too busy putting in this footpath to realise that I've zoomed in and I'm showing you nothing? I apologise for that. It's a bit special of me, wasn't it? You have to take my word that it's running well. Oh, there goes another one. Oh, there we go. We missed a little bit of it, but yeah. Hopefully, we'll catch the rest of it. And again, while while we're doing this, I am popping in the footpaths and stuff so we can get this connected up. And then when we have all the results, we can see how it got on. So now it's time for a bit of scenery and theming. I am, because it is Factory Capers, I am going to go a little bit industrial now with this scenery. We've got this nice mechanical theming and stuff going on. So we're going to sort of box it in with like black metal and stuff. I think that would look quite nice, and it will allow like supports that were removed because of the footpath. Sorry, I'm really struggling with words today. Had a bit of an excessive night out last night, and I think my brain is still about. But I don't think I ever woke up this morning. I'm sort of drifting through life and seeing what happens. It's a good old struggle street situation. But this is fun. I'm enjoying to put lots of little chimneys on. A few random ones here and there will have some fire coming out of them. Anyway, we'll keep going with a few more little huts around the place and chimneys. And it will just look gorgeous. I'm pleased with how this is looking actually. Maybe carry on with this quick playthrough now. So we are cruising through now a lot quicker. I turned it up to 8 times speed. So we're zooming now. Look at that. We've got a Ferris wheel in, a donut store, drink store, some flowers, a toilet, nice little flowery square area. I think it's happy, some seating. And then we're going to just a bit of footpath going round the outside. Charge a bit more for getting in because we've got another ride now. We can get away with it. And all of that footpath and scenery at the back is now gone. We're going to keep making it pretty. Decorating up around here. Some nice benches around, some flowers down the end. And then safety first. Fencing that roller coaster in. We don't want any children getting excited, high on donuts and fizzy pop, and running out onto the roller coaster track, because that would be a disaster and not what we're after. And I think things are looking pretty good at the moment. I'm liking how things are looking. Put some balloons in, because everyone likes balloons, but we'll charge loads for balloon because, well, it's a theme park and it's all about being a rip-off. So let's think about our next ride. What will be our next ride? Yeah, we're making a bit of money at the moment. We're not getting as much as we want. What's that? Park landscape. We got some money from that, but now that everything is sold, it's not going to be getting any more that way. So we're going to go for a looping roller coaster this time. It's quite a nice one. I want some inversions. I want some flippy flippies. I want some upsy downsies. Because that will make things better. Well, not say better. That'll make things more exciting. Everyone likes a good inversion flip. So let's go. Let's do this. Yeah, we're going to take a big blow now. These will be expensive. There we go. The nice double loop in a row. And a few little crests and stuff. Let's get the advertising going again. Need plenty of advertising, as we've got that high target that we want to get for our guests coming in the park. At the moment, it's a bit of trial and error trying to find out what I want to do with this, but we will see. I think we are getting there now. I don't want to go too big with this ride. After all, I'm not making a huge amount of money in this park, as we were saying earlier. The trouble is when you can only charge people to get in, you can only get that one-off payment coming in. And roller coasters are expensive to run, so they keep taking out a little bit more loan. There we go. I think that's looking nice. I do apologize. Oh, I do have a it's open there. Whoa, look at him go. That's super duper quick. I mean, it's not. It's a quarter of that speed. So it's actually quite a nice little flow on that ride. Sorry I didn't slow it down for that again, but maybe I should have slowed it down. Anyway, we're going to start putting the footpaths in again. We'll have a bit of a ziggy zaggy up the top. Try and get that to be all a bit longer to get a few more people in there. And we'll just connect it up over here. There we go. Lovely. I'm going to try and put lots of footpath in, because bringing in all these guests, all 2,500 of them, will make this a very crowded park. And people don't like it when it's super crowded. They'll start complaining about it. So we just put some nice little loops and stuff in, and lots of scenery and theming and stuff. So we're going to go for abstract theming around this. Like those red sort of glass panels, I think work quite nicely with those red sort of metal not railings, stanchions, supports for the footpath there. Lovely jubbly. So yeah, we'll just do a quick bit of finishing off this scenery and theming over here. We'll see what we started doing next.
We have multiple rides in our park. This one's got a decent middle intensity between those two. And we have a few slow rides and gentle rides going on. It's just a pain in this one that we can't charge for rides, we're just relying on people entering our park for our money, so charge a bit more for that. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. We are April year 2 and we are at 938 guests. So we only need to get 1100 by the end of year 3, so we are on track for that. Whether or not we're on track for the 2200, we'll wait and see. But let's see what people's thoughts are. I'm not going double loop while it's raining, I'm not going skeleton plant while it's raining, I feel sick. The entire park is disgusting. I did just put a few more handymen in. So hopefully that will get that sorted. I'm hungry, the park is really clean and tidy, I need to go to the bar. I do want to put another round of shots in Happy days, that's coming along nicely. Probably need a few more mechanics. Now if I've been clever at this point, which I don't tend to do, is I would give them patrol areas so I could sort of make them more efficient. But I've always struggled making that work, so I'm just going to chuck 5 of them in and just hope that's enough. We'll pop in 5 more handymen. They've got lots of vomit to clean up, lots of cars to check. I mean, they've got 1,000 guests to tidy up their vomit from. And that must be a disgusting job to have. But there we go. And they've got lots of gardens to water. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a few minutes just to let it run, get a bit of money in the bank, and then we will start another quick roller coaster in a second. Okay, so I've given it a bit of time. I've redone the advertising campaign, and it should just be in a second about to pass. There we go, 1100. We have our guest target sorted. Now it's just to try and boost up to the level that I want. Money's not coming in as quickly as I would like. We're only getting to 2.5 from entrance. We're getting nothing from ride. We get a little bit from on-ride photos here and there. Shops are making us a decent amount of money. Food and drink a bit of money, but all in all, we're not making a huge amount. So I think what we need to do is chuck in another roller coaster to try and attract yet more people into this park. So I've got options. I could try and chuck a small one of these in, or just chuck in a custom one. Actually, what I'm going to do first before doing all that, I'm going to dot in a few.
Yes, I'm going to dot in a few just sort of like thrill rides and gentle rides and stuff. I cut myself off there because I zoomed in and it suddenly became very loud and you couldn't hear what I was saying, and it was just quite a, like, I came in right on that part of the Ferris wheel, and it wasn't very pleasant to listen to. So for your sanity, well, for your ears and my ears, I've gone to having a quick playthrough. So having put in a few extra rides, bit of scenery and theming going on around, making everything look pretty, just fencing in the roller coaster a bit more, and fenced by putting like footpaths and like seating areas in and some flowers in. Look at that, beautiful. That'll make everyone very happy.
Okay, so we've got a few more thrill rides in, which I hope to encourage a few people. Oh, it's nice to see a few people buying our souvenir store umbrellas. I wonder how everything is getting on, and look at our profits. Obviously, our rides are going to be making us loads of money because we can't charge for them. So yeah, definitely losing us money. But in here, okay, at least all our shops are making us money. Souvenir stores doing money, yep. That's funding us a couple of roller coasters. Well done. In here, most of our, well, all our news are making us money. Happy days. Whoa, $80 from a restroom. That must be a lot of customers using that. $648 an hour. Well, if it makes us money, it makes us money.
So after that phenomenal profit from the toilet there, I think it's time to put some new rides in to start attracting more people into the park. So if we take some loan out, I think we'll put like a water ride in. I'm going for like a pre-designed one, like this one here. Overbuilding my own, just goes quicker, and it will attract more people into the park quicker and stuff. And I think it's a decent sized one, and it's perfectly fine for what I want. So having put in that ride, I think give it a bit of time to run, and just to get a few more people in, a bit more money paid off. But now it's time to put a few more gentle rides in and some more handymen. Got lots of vomit turning up all over the place, and keeping the park nice and clean will attract more people. So I'm going to have a quick look through here, see if there's another ride I want to put in. didn't really fancy any of those wild mice, those steel wild mouse, but I think a mine train might be a nice idea. And yet again, I might cheat a little bit, or make it easy for myself. Maybe not cheat, but use another preset one. This seems to fit in sort of fairly nicely down over here. So I'm going to just drop that one in there, and then we can just pop it, the footpath, straight over, and link it all up. I mean, as is another pre-designed one, I know it's going to be working fine, so I'm not too worried about overly checking up on that one. But again, we're going to fence it in. It'll add to the excitement. It'll make the park look nicer. It'll make me happy. It'll make things safer, and hopefully it'll boost park rating when people start coming in. So it's coming along nicely now. We are driving on through our time. It's August year 2. We're making all right money from people coming in. So it's August year 2, and we're just under 1,500 guests, 1,455. So I'm going to keep popping in the theming as I go. It helps boost the attractiveness of the park and gets more people in. Now, launch free falls are all very good and fun. Just got to boost that speed so we get the right. So it's getting near the top of the tower, but we don't want it too tall. Otherwise, it becomes too scary, and people won't want to travel on it. People won't want to use it. You don't really travel on it anyway. But yeah, a few more handyman. Let's keep things nice and clean. So I've been putting a lot of like roller coasters in and bigger rides. The gentle ride tends to get a bit forgotten about, but these ones look quite cool. I do like the monster truck rides, so we'll just pop in one of these over here. I probably should have filled that lake in before I did it, because it looks a bit weird having like the floating fences and stuff down the end. But if I raise it now, like all the fences will disappear, so we are just going to ignore it. But we will get rid of those floating things and pop in some squirty things instead. So people might get a little bit splashed. That's like the splash zone. Ooh, someone's taken a bite out of that candy apple already, but yep, a bit more shopping through here. Got to keep popping them in here, there, and everywhere. I mean, toilets seem to be a moneymaker as we worked out, so let's keep dropping them in. And now I think we are going to go through, put lots of benches and stuff. That will help boost the park rating and help get more people in there. Yep, so having gone around and done sort of all the benches out, it's time for yet another roller coaster. So it's getting quite busy, so I want to move it a little bit further out towards the top of the park. And we're going to do one of these spiral roller coasters. So these don't have the standard sort of lift, they have like these chain corner lifts. I have unfortunately made an obvious, I have made a mistake with this one already. You can probably spot what it is, but I haven't yet. So in a bit, I will come back and fix that. So while these spiral lifts that we've got over here work as like the chain, it doesn't count as a block at the top of it, like the brake blocks I just popped in there. So I'm going to have to go back and pop in some brake blocks on it. I do like these rides. There's something very satisfying about the way they sort of twist around and stuff. Yeah, I think it's looking nice. The one trouble with these I have is they always get very knotted up, trying to keep going round on myself. But it's looking good at the moment. Yeah. I think I've backed myself into a bit of a corner here. Don't quite know what I want to do. Not going to work. We'll just go for the big old corner. Just keep spiraling it round. A big right-handed bend, spinning round on yourself. Well, it's quite important. We've got to keep the advertising going, keep people coming in. So it's October year 2 at the moment. We have pretty much 1 year to go. We currently have 1,850, or now 857 in the park. So we are on track, definitely, for a good number. So it's just the start of year 3 now. If we assume we can get, what's that, 900 a year, we should be on track for 2,700 people. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make that number, but it would be nice to be able to get that level. There we go, that ride's finished. And in just a moment, I will spot my mistake. Off it goes. Yes, I'm cottoning it on. I'm realizing it's not quite right. Yep, there we go. It's trying to work out how best now to do the lifts. Started off with a little bit of a offset one. There we go. Got the 4 trains on there, and that should hopefully work a lot better. Look at him spiraling up there. It's going to be in for a treat, anyone who rides this one. Whee! Look at it go! Look at it go! Whoosh! Up. Putting another block in. That will hopefully keep the trains moving quicker. Nice, I like the look of that. Nice and simple. We can just sort of footpath it in. Lovely jubbly. Off he keeps going round. I'm happy with that. I think that's looking very nice so far. And probably what it requires now is some scenery and theming. Let's see what the results are for it. Oh, there we go. 7.5. That's a good score. Sorry, I flashed that through very quickly. I should probably give it a little bit longer. But yeah, we're going to do the nice little tower up the centre, which seems very much to be a standard spiral ride. Spiral ride. Oh my god! Why am I struggling? Oh, I mean, I know why I'm struggling with words. I was hammered, as I said. But yes, you're having those sort of cylindrical columns of the inside of the lift basically seems to be a standard for these rides. There we go. I think that's looking nice around there. Got some windows so they can come look out and see what's going on with the ride. Happy days. Oh, I like it with the purple. I am a sucker in this game for just being an absolute child when it comes to the colours that I use. I love like pinks and orange and stuff, anything that sort of clashes. Will this work? I'm not sure it does. I don't know how I'm going to get that so it can go. So we get that advertising back on. Let's keep getting people into the park. That is the important bit. We're already in April year 3, and we've passed 2,000. Yeah, got a few more of those little columny towers going on in there. Just doing a nice simple scenery for this. So anywhere where I feel like I can get them in, I'll just drop a couple of them in. Didn't seem to want to fit there, but it'll go get another little column in there. And then we just pop in some fencing around it. Sort of very standard for how I'm doing with rides. It's simple, sort of encloses it off, and it sort of gives it like a border which I quite like. Having these bits where the just sort of ducks, the track sort of ducks underneath a bit of scenery does add a lot of excitement to the ride. It also looks cool. Here you move that one a little bit closer. I hadn't realised I left it so far out. So at least when it's there, like it's now interacting with the ride, adding excitement. There we go. That looks good. I think that's pretty much done, pretty much ready to go. Let's repay some of that money. Ooh, it's an 8.03 now. That's nice. So Dipper, another one's going on. Of course, some more shops. Charge more for it. Yeah, there we go. Got the coffee shop in. That's already had its price done. And of course, the real money maker, the toilets. And now as we've got the roller coaster, I suppose we need to put a few more of these gentle rides in, just to try and keep everyone of all persuasions of rides happy. And another seating area, so you can come sit with your coffee and chips and listen to the dunce 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 music of the Dodgems. Okay, so I think it's time to try and get the next thing. So we pay a bit of our loan and stuff, and then we'll start trying to fill in the gaps down over here, making the most of all the space we have. And then we'll go for another launch tower. And it's become quite a dense little area in here. But there's a little bridge that comes up and over there, just so we can sort of finish up a loop going round. And then we'll just add in lots of plants and shops and cash machines and the real money makers, the toilet again. There it is. We're going to be rolling in it. Happy days. Another candy apple and another coffee, which all sounds like a very nice sort of bonfire night sort of celebration, like coffee and a candy apple. We've got the new attraction, the observation tower. We're going to go nice and tall with that one. Like, it looks a bit ridiculous going that high, but hopefully it'll just add to the excitement. See how everyone's getting on there. Yeah, for the most part, they were fairly positive comments. So it's probably time to try and see if we can get any more rides in. At the moment, I think it's just going to make the most of having it as many of these preset designs as possible, so I can just drop them in quickly. It'll just help the park grow nice and quickly. So here we are in July year 3. So it is running out of time. If I put another custom built roller coaster in, we'll probably find that I will run out of time before I finish it. So if I'm just dropping all of these, just rising quickly, it'll get the park rating up. It'll make people happy and hopefully drag more people in, or draw more people in. Drag doesn't sound like particularly what we want to do, but we'll keep popping in like nice little seating areas. And then a popcorn stand, and a drink stand, and a toilet, and have another little shopping parade just in down here. And you can sit on those benches and enjoy the scent of the flowers and watch that little steel wild mouse ride go behind you. Handymen are useful. There's over 2,500 people in my park now. There's going to be a lot of vomit to tidy up. Need a few more of those, a few handymen to get people happy. I think now, let's see what we can push ourselves up to. We've passed the 2,500 comfortably. We're still in July. There's loads more time to go. So yeah, just keep advertising, keep it going. It's August. Couple more months to go. Just August, September, October, and then let's see. So can we get to 3,000? Is 3,000 people pushing it further than it's possible in that time? Like, can I even get that number of people through the park in that time? I don't know. We're going to keep going around just trying to just touch up little areas and make it look nice. I think what we're going to do is think soon about trying to get some more stuff in here, like more attractions. So we're going to do a very quick little corkscrew ride. I know I said I probably didn't have enough time for a whole ride, but that is because we're not going to do a standard sort of corkscrew ride. We're going to do a reverse chain lift one. And I'm just going to do lots of simple loop-the-loops and stuff. There you go. The very simple design, that one. But I quite like it. It's nice and compact. Didn't take me too long. I think I might have to give it a bit more speed to get it around. feel like this return journey is going to slow down too much on. Oh, nope, that's it. It's stuck. Just one more block on there, and that should be plenty. Round it goes, round it goes, round it goes. That was all good. That should be fine. Round it goes, round it goes, round it goes, and round it goes. Perfect. There we go. That didn't take too long. And we have a nice little new ride. Demon's Tail. Let's try and make it look black and train and a nice fiery track. There we go. And we will lean into the space theme on this one. Okay, a quick little bit of theming going on. Very nice. Should hopefully be an exciting-ish ride. I wonder what it really is. I probably won't show you now because I'm not being clever enough for that. So yeah, just do a bit of repayment. A bit of footpath going all the way around. Just try and give people lots of room to go off and do stuff and spread out. Because it is looking busy now in the park. It's just going to be lots of high speed ride building, so that we can get lots of new stuff in here. There we go. Yet another launch tower. It's got a bit of a longer queue path than some of the other ones in that one, but it fits in there nicely. It's probably helping out the smelting plant, that little junior steel right there, becoming more exciting. So let's add some go-karts in over here. So another ride that just turned up. Again, you've got a preset. We're running out of time. We're deep into October now. We're finishing in a matter of days. And what I did notice is we had smashed past 3,000. That target I didn't think I'd be able to make, annihilated it. We're approaching 3,200. Remember at the very start when I was like, I'd be happy to get 2,200 in? Well, I'm 1,000 ahead of that. A whole 1,000 ahead. Now it's a hedge maze time. We're going to try and change the hedges, because the green hedges I don't think work on this sort of like Martian terrain that it has going on here. And then let's see how we're doing.
20 seconds, we have 9 more levels to go. Can I get 45 guests from the 8 days in that one? Oh, this is going to be tight. But if we zoom out and have a look at the park, I have filled out down here pretty damn well. Got a big gap in over here actually. What could I get in here? What quick thing can I think of? Slot. Are there any small ones here? Nothing there that I want to put in. Look at these mango bunches. All this.
Oh no! So I had a bit of a disaster here. I pushed the wrong button and I was days away from getting there, and as you can see, things aren't going as they are meant to. So I never knew what level I got to, but I think we can safely say that I passed the level. It was quite interesting watching all those little arrows turn up, but yeah, not the finish that I wanted. I apologise for that. I was hoping we could have had a better result. I might give it another crack, might give this another go if I can get over the trauma of losing this here. And yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, see you again in the next video, whatever game that's going to be. And until then, enjoy. And I'll see everyone again soon. Ciao for now.